First contact. The sleek, silver spacecraft glided silently through the inky blackness of space, its smooth hull reflecting the distant starlight. Inside, Commander Zara of the Galactic Exploration Fleet stood at the helm, her iridescent skin shimmering with excitement. After years of searching, they have finally found it, a planet teeming with intelligent life. Sensors indicate a technologically advanced civilization, reported Science Officer Kale, his 4 eyes blinking rapidly as he analyzed the data streaming across his console. But their technology is primitive compared to ours. Zora's antenna twitched with curiosity. Primitive how? They still rely on combustion engines for transportation, and their energy production methods are highly inefficient, Kale explained. Yet, they've managed to achieve space travel and have a presence on their own moon and neighboring planets. Fascinating, Zara mused. Prepare a stealth observation team. I want to learn more about these. What did you call them? Humans, Kale supplied. They call themselves humans. As the observation team prepared for their covert mission, Zora couldn't shake the feeling that this discovery would change everything. The Galactic Council had long debated the existence of other intelligent life forms, but now they had proof. And not just any proof, a species that had achieved so much with so little. Dr. Lyra, the team's phenobiologist, approached Zora with barely contained excitement. Commander, permission to join the observation team. I've been studying the preliminary data, and these humans are, well, they're unlike anything we've ever encountered. Zara considered for a moment. Lyra was one of their best scientists, but she also had a tendency to get carried away with her enthusiasm. Still, her expertise could be invaluable. Permission granted, Dr. Lyra. But remember, this is strictly observation. No contact under any circumstances. Lyra's skin rippled with joy, a kaleidoscope of colors dancing across her surface. Understood, Commander. Thank you. As the observation team boarded their stealth shuttle, Zara watched from the command deck. She couldn't shake the feeling that they were on the brink of something momentous. These humans, with their primitive technology and their isolated little planet, had no idea that they were about to become the focus of the galaxy's attention. The stealth shuttle descended through Earth's atmosphere, its advanced cloaking technology rendering it invisible to human detection systems. Dr. Lyra pressed her face against the viewport, drinking in the sight of the blue and green planet below. It's beautiful, she whispered. Look at all that water, and the variety of ecosystems. The shuttle touched down in a dense forest near a small human settlement. As the team prepared to disembark, Lyra reminded them of their mission parameters. Remember, we're here to observe only. No interaction with the locals, and absolutely no sampling of flora or fauna. The team nodded in agreement, their excitement palpable. They stepped out into the cool, crisp air of the forest, their environmental suits adjusting to the new atmosphere. Lyra took a deep breath, savoring the unfamiliar sense of Earth. As they made their way toward the settlement, Lyra's keen senses picked up on something unusual. A rhythmic thumping sound, accompanied by a strange melody. Curious, she gestured for the team to follow her toward the source of the noise. They crept through the underbrush, careful not to disturb the local wildlife. As they neared the edge of the forest, they saw a clearing where a group of humans had gathered. In the center of the clearing was a large, box-like object emitting the strange sounds. Lyra's eyes widened as she observed the humans moving their bodies in sync with the rhythm. Fascinating, she murmured. Some sort of communal ritual. One of her teammates, an engineer named Vex, shook his head. Look closer. That box is generating the sound. It's some kind of primitive audio device. As they watched, a young human approached the device and pressed something on its surface. The music changed, becoming faster and more energetic. The humans responded by altering their movements, laughing and calling out to each other. Lyra was entranced. Their physical responses to auditory stimuli are remarkable. And look at the social bonding occurring. This simple device is facilitating complex social interactions. Vex nodded, equally impressed. And the device itself, it's so simple yet so effective. No holographic interfaces, no neural links, just physical buttons and speakers, but it's clearly bringing them joy. As the aliens continued to observe, they noticed other aspects of human behavior that both puzzled and amazed them. The humans consumed various substances, some in liquid form and others solid. They engaged in physical contact, pressing their mouths together in what appeared to be a bonding ritual. Their methods of information exchange are so inefficient, Vex noted. All that vocalization, when a simple telepathic link would suffice. Lyra shook her head, her eyes shining with excitement. But don't you see? That's what makes it so beautiful. They've developed all these complex social structures and technologies without the advantages we take for granted. It's incredible. As the day wore on, the alien team continued to observe and document every aspect of human behavior they could. They watched as humans use handheld devices to capture images of themselves and their surroundings, marveling at the importance these creatures seemed to place on visual documentation. They observed humans operating vehicles, their combustion engines roaring and belching exhaust. Inefficient, Vex muttered, but ingenious in its own way. They've mastered controlled explosions to facilitate transportation. As night fell, the team retreated to their shuttle to compile their findings. Lyra could barely contain her excitement as she prepared her report for Commander Zara. "Commander," she began, her voice trembling with enthusiasm, "these humans are extraordinary. Their technology may be primitive by our standards, but their creativity, their adaptability, it's unlike anything we've ever seen." Zara listened intently as Lyra described their observations. The music device, the social interactions, the image-capturing technology, all of it painted a picture of a species that was endlessly inventive and deeply social. "But there's more, Commander," Lyra continued. "We detected traces of artificial satellites in orbit and evidence of rudimentary space exploration. These humans, with their combustion engines and physical interfaces, have managed to leave their planet. They're reaching for the stars, just like we did." Zara felt a mix of emotions wash over her. Pride at being the one to discover this remarkable species, excitement at the potential for cultural exchange, and a touch of fear. If humans could achieve so much with so little, what might they be capable of with more advanced technology? "Thank you, Dr. Lyra," Zara said finally. "Your report is illuminating. I believe it's time we took this information to the Galactic Council. The discovery of the humans could change everything." As Zara ended the transmission, she gazed out at the blue planet below. Humans. Such a simple name for a species that was anything but. They had achieved so much, overcome so many limitations, and they were still reaching, still striving for more. For the first time in her long career, Commander Zara felt a sense of genuine awe. These humans, with their music boxes and their picture-taking devices, their inefficient engines and their boundless creativity, had shown her that there was still so much to discover in this vast universe. As the ship prepared to break orbit and return to Galactic Council space, Zara made a decision. She would recommend not just observation, but contact. The galaxy needed to know about humans and humans. Well, they deserved to know they weren't alone in the universe. The adventure was just beginning, and Zara couldn't wait to see what would happen next. The Quantum Cocoon Conundrum. The Galactic Council chamber buzzed with excitement. Holographic displays flickered with images of Earth, its vibrant blue oceans and swirling white clouds captivating the assembled alien dignitaries. Commander Zara stood before them, her iridescent skin shimmering with nervous energy as she prepared to deliver her report on humanity. "Esteemed members of the Council," Zara began, her voice steady despite her nerves, "our expedition has uncovered a species unlike any we've encountered before. Humans, as they call themselves, have achieved remarkable feats with technology that we would consider primitive. But it's not their technology that makes them unique. It's their boundless creativity and adaptability." As Zara spoke, the holographic display shifted to show scenes from Earth. Bustling cities, soaring skyscrapers, and intricate works of art. The council members murmured in appreciation. But there's more, Zara continued, her antenna twitching with excitement. We've detected evidence of a technology that defies our understanding, something the humans call the quantum cocoon. The chamber fell silent. Grand Councillor 6, a being of pure energy contained within a crystalline form, leaned forward. Explain, Commander. What is this quantum cocoon? Zara nodded to Dr. Lyra, who stepped forward, her skin rippling with anticipation. The quantum cocoon appears to be a theoretical construct that the humans are on the verge of actualizing, Lyra explained. It's a field of entangled particles that could potentially shield an entire planet from external observation or influence. If successful, it could revolutionize planetary defense and privacy on a galactic scale. The council erupted in a cacophony of excited chatter. Grand Councillor 6 raised a glowing appendage for silence. This changes everything. If humans have conceptualized such technology at their current stage of development, imagine what they might achieve with access to galactic knowledge. Zara saw her opportunity. Exactly, Grand Councillor, which is why I propose we initiate first contact, not just to share our knowledge, but to learn from them. The human capacity for innovation could benefit us all. The council debated furiously, their varied forms of communication creating a dizzying spectacle. Finally, Grand Councillor 6 spoke. Very well, Commander Zara. You have permission to initiate first contact, but proceed with caution. If the humans are indeed on the verge of creating a quantum cocoon, they may not welcome outside interference. As Zara and her team prepared to return to Earth, Dr. Lyra couldn't contain her excitement. Can you believe it, Commander? We're going to meet the humans. To think, we might be the first to witness the creation of a quantum cocoon. Zara nodded, her mind racing with possibilities. Remember, Lyra, our primary mission is diplomatic. We're here to establish peaceful contact, not to steal their technology. But as their ship entered Earth's atmosphere, something strange happened. Their sensors went haywire, navigation systems failed, and for a moment, it felt as if reality itself was bending around them. What's happening? Zara demanded, gripping her command chair as the ship shuddered. Vex, at the engineering station, shook his head in disbelief. It's impossible. The readings suggest we're experiencing quantum fluctuations on a massive scale. It's as if we're passing through a quantum cocoon, Lyra finished, her eyes wide with wonder. The ship broke through the disturbance, emerging into clear skies over a vast metropolis. But the city below was unlike anything they had observed before. Sleek buildings seemed to shift and change, adapting to the needs of their inhabitants in real time. Vehicles zipped through the air on invisible lanes of energy, and everywhere they looked, humans were interacting with technology in ways that seemed almost magical. This isn't possible, Zara whispered. Our previous observations were exactly what the humans wanted us to see, came the voice from behind them. The alien crew whirled around to find a human standing on their bridge, a feat that should have been impossible given their security measures. The man smiled, his eyes twinkling with a mixture of amusement and intelligence that immediately commanded respect. Welcome to Earth, he said, spreading his arms wide. Or rather, welcome to the real Earth. I'm Dr. Elias Quantum, and on behalf of humanity, I'd like to say, what took you so long? Zara and her crew stood speechless, their carefully laid plans for first contact shattered in an instant. The humans hadn't just theorized the quantum cocoon, they had perfected it, using it to present a carefully crafted image to the galaxy, while their true civilization flourished hidden from prying eyes. As Dr. Quantum began to explain the intricacies of human technological advancement, from quantum computing to consciousness transfer, Zara realized that everything they thought they knew about humanity was just the tip of the iceberg. The true story of human ingenuity was far more fantastic than they could have ever imagined. And so began a new chapter in galactic history, one where humanity, far from being a primitive civilization in need of guidance, emerged as a technological powerhouse ready to take its place among the stars. The quantum cocoon conundrum had turned the tables, leaving the alien visitors to wonder who, really, was making first contact with whom. As news of Earth's true nature spread across the galaxy, one thing became clear: the age of human ascendancy had begun, and the universe would never be the same again. The empathy engine revolution. As the shockwaves of Earth's true technological prowess rippled through the galactic community, a new challenge emerged that would test the limits of both human and alien understanding. Enter the empathy engine, humanity's most groundbreaking and controversial invention yet. Dr. Elias Quantum led Commander Zara and her team through a sprawling complex hidden beneath the streets of Neo-Tokyo. Holographic displays flickered to life as they walked, showcasing humanity's most closely guarded secrets. "You see, Commander," Dr. Quantum explained, his eyes gleaming with pride, "the quantum cocoon was just the beginning. Our true ace in the hole is this." He gestured dramatically as they entered a vast chamber dominated by a pulsing, crystalline structure. "Behold the empathy engine." Zara's antenna twitched with curiosity. "What does it do?" Dr. Quantum smiled enigmatically. "It doesn't just do, Commander. It feels. The empathy engine is a quantum-entangled network that connects the emotional states of every participating human on the planet. It's the ultimate experiment in collective consciousness." Lyra gasped, her skin rippling with excitement. "You've achieved planetary-scale telepathy." "Not quite," Dr. Quantum corrected. "The empathy engine doesn't transmit thoughts, only emotions. It allows us to experience the collective emotional state of humanity in real time. Imagine making decisions not just with logic, but with the combined emotional intelligence of billions." As the aliens tried to process this information, alarms suddenly blared throughout the facility. Dr. Quantum's face paled as he checked a holographic readout on his wrist. No, he muttered. "This can't be happening." "What is it?" Zara demanded, instinctively reaching for a weapon that wasn't there. Dr. Quantum looked up, his eyes wide with fear. "The empathy engine, it's overloading. The emotional feedback is intensifying beyond our ability to control it." On screens around the chamber, they could see scenes of chaos erupting across the globe. People in every corner of the world were being overwhelmed by a tsunami of shared emotions: joy, fear, anger, love, all amplified to unbearable levels. "If we don't stabilize it," Dr. Quantum explained hurriedly, "the psychic backlash could drive humanity insane, or worse." Zara made a split-second decision. How can we help? For the next hours, human and alien minds worked in frenzied concert. Vex's engineering expertise melded with human quantum theories. Lyra's understanding of xenobiology provided crucial insights into managing the neurological impact of the emotional deluge. As they worked, Zara couldn't help but marvel at the irony. Humanity had hidden their true selves out of fear and suspicion, yet now their salvation might lie in the very alien minds they had sought to deceive. "We need an emotional anchor," Dr. Quantum shouted over the blaring alarms. "Something pure, unaffected by the engine's influence." Zara stepped forward, her iridescent skin pulsing with determination. "Use me. My alien physiology might be just different enough to resist the feedback loop." Dr. Quantum hesitated for only a moment before nodding. "It's risky, but it might be our only chance." As Zara was connected to the empathy engine, she felt the full force of humanity's collective emotional state crash over her like a tidal wave. Joy, sorrow, anger, love, the intensity was overwhelming. But beneath it all, she sensed something else. Hope, a fragile, flickering thing, but powerful in its purity. Focusing on that ember of hope, Zara pushed back against the chaotic swirl of emotions. Slowly, painstakingly, the feedback loop began to stabilize. Across the globe, the emotional storm began to calm. Hours later, as the crisis finally abated, humans and aliens alike slumped in exhaustion. But there was also a newfound sense of connection, of understanding. Dr. Quantum, his hair disheveled and eyes bloodshot, managed a weak smile. "Well, Commander, I'd say this counts as a successful first contact, wouldn't you?" Zara nodded, still reeling from the experience. "Indeed, Doctor. Though perhaps not quite in the way either of us expected." As news of the empathy engine crisis spread, along with the story of how aliens had helped save humanity from its own creation, the galactic community buzzed with excitement. Humanity's technological prowess was undeniable, but so too was their need for the steadying influence of other species. The empathy engine, once stabilized, promised to revolutionize everything from diplomacy to mental health care. But its near-catastrophic launch served as a powerful reminder. With great power comes great responsibility, and sometimes the most profound wisdom comes from the most unexpected sources. As Zara prepared to report back to the Galactic Council, she realized that the true first contact had not been between civilizations, but between hearts and minds. The empathy engine had not just connected humanity to itself, but had bridged the gap between species in a way no one could have predicted. The age of isolation was over. A new era of galactic cooperation and understanding was dawning, powered by human ingenuity and alien wisdom. And at the heart of it all pulsed the empathy engine, a testament to the incredible things that could be achieved when emotion and intellect, human and alien, worked in harmony. The universe, it seemed, would never be the same again. And that, Zara thought with a smile, was probably for the best, the xenomorphic Olympics. In the wake of the empathy engine crisis, humanity and their newfound alien allies faced an unexpected challenge: how to celebrate their unity while embracing their differences. The solution: an unprecedented galactic sporting event that would come to be known as the Xenomorphic Olympics. Dr. Elias Quantum stood before a holographic projection of Earth's first extraterrestrial stadium, his eyes gleaming with excitement. "Welcome, friends, to the future of interspecies competition." Commander Zara and her team marveled at the structure. It seemed to defy the laws of physics, with gravity-defying platforms, morphing terrain, and what appeared to be zones of altered time. "Impressive," Vex muttered, his 4 eyes blinking in rapid succession. "But how does one compete in such a place?" Dr. Quantum's grin widened. "That's the beauty of it. The Xenomorphic Olympics isn't about traditional sports. It's about pushing the boundaries of what's possible when different species work together." As they toured the facility, the true scope of the event began to unfold. There were events that tested not just physical prowess, but mental acuity, emotional resilience, and even abilities unique to specific alien physiologies. "The psychic relay," Dr. Quantum explained, gesturing to a shimmering field of energy. "Teams must transmit complex emotions and abstract concepts across vast distances. It's like a game of telephone, but with feelings and ideas instead of words." Lura's skin rippled with excitement. "Fascinating. And how do species without psychic abilities participate?" "Ah, that's where human ingenuity comes in," Dr. Quantum replied. "We've developed interfaces that allow any species to tap into the psychic field. It levels the playing field while highlighting each race's unique strengths." As they moved through the stadium, they encountered more mind-bending events. The Quantum Maze, a labyrinth that existed in multiple dimensions simultaneously, requiring teams to navigate not just space, but time and probability. The Empathy Gauntlet, an obstacle course where competitors had to navigate based on the emotional cues of spectators from various species. The Xenomorphic Decathlon, a series of events that changed based on the unique abilities of each competitor, ensuring no 2 races ever faced the same challenges. But the true showstopper was the event known simply as Convergence. "This," Dr. Quantum said, his voice hushed with reverence, "is where we truly push the boundaries of what's possible." The arena for Convergence was a swirling vortex of energy, colors shifting and changing in patterns that hurt the eyes to look at directly. In Convergence, competitors from different species must literally merge their consciousness to solve complex, multi-dimensional puzzles. It's the ultimate test of interspecies cooperation and understanding. As the day of the opening ceremony approached, excitement reached a fever pitch. Alien delegates from across the galaxy arrived in droves, each bringing their own unique customs, technologies, and expectations. The ceremony itself was a spectacle unlike anything the universe had ever seen. The stadium transformed into a living embodiment of the participating worlds, with holographic displays showcasing the beauty and diversity of each civilization. As Dr. Quantum took the stage to officially open the games, he was joined by representatives from a dozen alien races, including Commander Zara. Friends, neighbors, fellow Ascensients, Dr. Quantum began, his voice carrying across the stadium and to billions of viewers across the galaxy. Today, we embark on a journey not just of competition, but of understanding. The Xenomorphic Olympics are more than just games. They are a celebration of our differences and a testament to what we can achieve when we come together. As the games unfolded over the following weeks, records were broken, boundaries were pushed, and friendships were forged across species lines. The psychic relay saw a team of humans and Zorgans, a race of empathic crystalline beings, achieve perfect emotional synchronization, a feat previously thought impossible. In the quantum maze, alone from the temporal expanse, completed the course in negative time, arriving at the finish line before they had even started. But it was in convergence where the true spirit of the games shone brightest. In the final round, a team consisting of a human, Azarian, and a being of pure energy from the nth dimension achieved a level of mental fusion that produced solutions to mathematical problems that had puzzled the greatest minds in the galaxy for eons. As the games came to a close, it was clear that something profound had changed. The Xenomorphic Olympics had not just been a sporting event, they had been a crucible in which a new galactic culture was being forged. Dr. Quantum and Commander Zara stood together, watching as the stadium slowly emptied, filled with a sense of accomplishment that transcended their individual roles. Dr. Quantum mused, "When we first concealed ourselves behind the quantum cocoon, it was out of fear. Fear of what the galaxy might think of us, of how we might be treated. But now," Zara nodded, understanding. "Now you've shown the galaxy not just what humanity is capable of, but what we're all capable of when we work together." As they looked out over the stadium, now quiet but still thrumming with the energy of possibility, both human and alien felt a sense of hope for the future. The Xenomorphic Olympics had opened doors that could never be closed, forging connections that spanned the cosmos. The universe, it seemed, had just gotten a whole lot smaller, and infinitely more interesting: the cosmic meme war. In the aftermath of the Xenomorphic Olympics, an unexpected phenomenon swept across the galaxy, reshaping interstellar communication and culture in ways no one could have predicted. Welcome to the era of the cosmic meme war. It began innocently enough. During the closing ceremony of the Olympics, a human spectator held up a sign featuring a crudely drawn image of an alien attempting to eat spaghetti with chopsticks. The caption read, "When you're trying your best, but the universe doesn't come with instructions." The image, broadcast across countless alien worlds, sparked something. Within hours, variations of the meme had spread to every corner of the galaxy. Aliens, fascinated by this peculiar form of human communication, began creating their own memes, mixing their cultures with human humor in bizarre and hilarious ways. Dr. Elias Quantum found himself summoned to an emergency meeting of the Galactic Council. The chamber was in chaos, filled with the sounds of laughter, confusion, and the occasional offended snort. Grand Councilor Six's voice boomed, barely concealing their amusement. "Explain this mimetic phenomenon. Is it a new form of human warfare?" Before Quantum could respond, a holographic projection appeared in the center of the chamber. It showed a crystal being using its facets to refract light into a dazzling display. The chamber erupted in laughter, even as some delegates looked utterly baffled. Dr. Quantum cleared his throat. What you're witnessing is not warfare, but perhaps the most potent form of cultural exchange in human history. Memes are, well, they're inside jokes for the entire species, and now, it seems, for the entire galaxy.